start going. Just keep it going. I'm a soul man, no. I'm a soul man. Yes, I am. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man, Lord. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. Start going. Just keep it going.
They see something that I don't see. What can you learn from a bum, Omar? Shamsuddin? What I learned from a bum, maybe it's what not to do.
Nobody takes down Angel Snubbing Up 7 easy. There's a reason why, after 100 channels destroyed, Angel Snubbing Up 7 is still here. There's a reason why nobody want to get in a beef with Angel Snubbing Up 7. But you don't take me seriously.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
say that Angel Snub Nub 7 don't care about the people. But Angel Snub Nub 7 cares about the people because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth, and I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money.
Black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Back to life. Back to reality. Back to life. Back to reality.
Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell. Hey, I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
Everybody jump. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. I know you got soul. Hey, if you didn't, you wouldn't be in here. I know you got soul. If you didn't, you wouldn't be in here. I know you got soul. If you didn't, you wouldn't shake that thing.
Yes. I want that. Oh, I need that. Gots to have that.
emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
Keep it real.
What, dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Yes, I'd like to talk to you. Take some of your precious time. I'd like to get to know you. Would you be so kind? hide your thoughts. You can.
By brother Angel Snub 7 at the Reality Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snub 7's videos. I think that he comes from a different angle, and there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand and will not stand and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
You move over there. Huh. Don't let the green grass fool you. I know you don't like the faker. Tighten up, fix your game, and shake your money maker. Say yeah, say yeah, say yeah, say yeah. I know you got soul. Hey, if you didn't, the music would prove you.
So, I'm not your enemy.
I wanna talk to
I know who the enemy is.
I wanna talk
You wasting your time making mockery of me. Oh, I'm crazy. My brain is damaged. My EnVogue poster. I'm miserable in my life. All this nonsense that you talk about. And you a slave, just like me, in a racist nation.
I believe that with you by my side, together we can touch the skies.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Just keep it going.
Peace forever and always. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like at the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple. Reality's temple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like that
plain and simple, bringing knowledge and fire.
I'm a soul man, no. I'm a soul man. Yes, I am. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man, Lord.
You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so.
I'm saying that the nation of Islam should evolve into what we call the reality's temple on earth. You don't need no Arab hand-me-down religion. You don't even need God. You don't need these things. That's good for us in our infancy, in our immaturity, when we was babies. But as we grow and mature, and even in religion itself, it says that we are the children of God. Children can't stay children forever. Children must become adults. So if we are the children of God, that means we become God. Act like God, move like God, and have the responsibility of a God. Manifest. Welcome to the Reality's Tip on Earth, Dragon Manifest.
Thank you for having me, brother. This is an honor. When I first saw your channel, I said, oh, this is an ancestor that has most definitely returned.
Yes,
most definitely. This is not a new ancestor. This is an old ancestor. You could hear, you could feel the ancestors through you. You know, most people probably say, "What is he talking about?"
right.
They don't get it. You gotta be on that level.
If you say that I'm divine and I'm a prophet, where the hell did your ass go to? Why aren't you heeding the call? Since I'm a prophet, since I'm divine. Some people, excuse the language, some people just like talking out their ass. 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 That's what they like to do.
Peace forever and always. My black people, it's all about the unity. It's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving.
This video is for the Reality Temple on Earth.
Shout out to the Reality Temple on Earth on IG.
We
And
love
YouTube.
watching it.
Yeah, we really do.
We send love, peace, and soul.
Brother.
Good evening, soul brothers and sisters. This is Tangi Cox, the Black Sheep, and I am propositioning you to entertain just a little while of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the Reality Temple on Earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you you will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. You need to spend about a year watching, researching, and looking. The reality temple on earth is life-changing, and I stand on that.
It's time for change. Change. Nothing that stays the same. Change.
We are in a process of healing.
It's time for change.
Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. When you get a chance, look up Soul Liberation Day, December 7th. Oh, that's right around the corner. The transformation. Bless up. Thank you for that. Let's see. Taalik says, can you send a shout out to my platform, the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry? Our theme this year is After Purge Comes the Healing. Shout out to your platform, Taalik. All the best to you guys with continuing to stretch in perspective, to stretch in what is possible, and to continue to bring healing into the space of yourself and others. Yes.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
I would like to send this message to those who say or make the claim that they are of the Black Power movement, Black liberation, Black nationalism, however you want to say it, Black independence, however you want to say it. If you have that type of mindset, then I would like to take a few minutes to speak with us. Now, if you are a dark-skinned person and your attitude is integration, multiculturalism, things of that nature, then I guess, you could listen to what we have to say. But this is not for you. This is for those with a different mindset, a courageous mindset, one who has gone beyond the slave mentality, and clearly this is not you. You are happy with your massa. You are happy living in the United States. You are comfortable, and you want, even after 400 years of suffering, you still want to continue to suffer, waiting on a better day. You keep waiting on your better day. I want to speak to those who want to make a better day with your hands, make a better day with your mind. So you say, so you claim. The forefathers of this nation basically, they got on a boat, hit the ocean, and whatever be will be. Now, you don't have to like white people at all. But you have to, if you have any type of character, you have to give the ancestors of white people credit for being brave and having that spirit to just get on a boat. I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I'm gone. And then they landed upon these shores. We don't have to like white people, but you have to look at this. Do you know how many Caucasian people bled and died? Now, it is true that once they gain strength, that this nation called the United States of America, it is born and built upon the backs of our ancestors and the Native American people, so-called Mexican people. But don't you know, and they always say in the hood, pimping ain't easy. Being a devil ain't easy. Do you know how many Caucasian men and women died, suffered in order to establish this? They had to spill blood with those of whom they came from, the mother country. They had to spill the blood of their own brothers. And then later on, it was not over. They had to continue to spill blood of their own brothers, because their own brothers was trying to exploit them. So what I'm basically saying is that in order to be free, and that's what you claim, that's what I claim I really want. I'm not talking about a freedom, some white guy signed a piece of paper and say you free. That's not freedom. Because if a man, and you know this, if a man gave you freedom, then that same man or that same nation can take it away from you. You did not earn it. In order to take this white man of America freedom away from him, or what he views as freedom, you got to go to war, and you got to come to him hard, because he's going to fight you to death. This mine. He fought long and hard for this. So I'm asking, and I'm wondering, I'm watching all these YouTube videos, and I'm hearing all these shouts, black power, black this, black that, black. Where are the pioneers who would dare get on a boat or get in that Cadillac or jump on a plane or however mode of transportation you want to use? Where are those since you talking all this stuff? Talking, running your mouth since you talking all this stuff. Where are those with the plans of separation, willing to be the pioneers, to go to some land, regardless? It could be Africa, it could be somewhere in Asia, it could be in Mexico, wherever. Willing to stake ground, willing to sacrifice, willing to die to establish their own Black United States of Asia, Black United States of Africa, Black United States of Mexico, whatever. Where are these souls willing to make that sacrifice, the same type of sacrifice the oppressors made in order to establish themselves? But see, somewhere in our history, somewhere down the line, you talk a good game, but you've lost your will, you've lost your ability to survive. You've lost the will to live, because as long as you stay here, you're a dead man. Because you're a dead man because you are somebody's slave. You are somebody's tool. And when you are a slave, the life, you have no life because your life belongs to somebody else. And y'all know this already. So with all this black power, black nationalism, all this stuff that we're talking about, where are the voices and where are the plans that you have to separate yourself? I know when I talk about separation, folks get scared. They start asking all kinds of questions and stuff. What we gonna do? How we gonna do? Just do it. Ain't that the slogan of Nike shoes? Y'all love Nike shoes. The slogan for Nike is just do it. There are thousands of people who claim black nationalism, black power, and all like that. Well, if not thousands, a whole lot of hundreds. Probably way more than the white man had when he first came to the shores of North America. And look what their sacrifice, look what they did. Because once they began to establish themselves, they got aid from their brothers and sisters around the world. And if you and I step out into the unknown, just like the white man stepped out into the ocean, the unknown, the same thing will happen to us, because this is your time to leave the nest. It's time for you to sprout your wings, come up out of the cocoon, fly out the nest. We are a nation within a nation. We should have evolved and graduated long time ago. But we're still here. And as long as you're still here, you will have a Trayvon Martin. You will have a Sean Bell. You will have a Ayanna. The Detroit Police Department shot the 7-year-old little girl in Detroit. We will always continue to have these things because we are in the nest. We are living on the land of those who put us in this condition to begin with. They do not want anything good for you. Was it the intent for our ancestors to survive just so that we can become voluntary slaves? It would have been better for our ancestors to commit suicide to survive just so these people can always have somebody to exploit. I was not born to be exploited. The universe did not create me to be exploited, to be a tool used by other folks. That's what a slave is. So you talk a good game, Black Power. You talk a good game, Black nationalism and Afrocentricity. All y'all, where are your plans to separate? Where are your plans of getting on this boat and sailing out in this ocean? It's much easier to do than it was in 1492, not 14. When did they get here? Whenever these Caucasian people began to leave Europe. It's much easier now. You might have to pay high fuel prices, but movement is easier now. So when you start your own new nation, it's beautiful to have a PhD degree and all these degrees, but when you begin a new nation, somebody got to go into the earth, grow your own food, know how to plant seeds, raise chickens, ducks, cows, learn how to build your own houses. You need doctors to treat ourselves. We need everything. So there would be full employment for everybody because there's a whole lot of work to do. It is much better for us, but we are scared deep down inside. It is your fear. It is our fear of the unknown. But when you're trying to survive, if a savage beast was chasing you and you was running and you saw a ditch, you can't be scared. You don't know how deep it is or how wide the ditch is. But if you got some kind of savage animal chasing you, you gotta jump and take your chances. We gotta take our chances. These beasts chasing us, running us down. We've lost our will to survive. We talk. I see all these videos and people running around. You talk. Beautiful. But there's no activity. You're still trying to mess around in a place you should be separating yourself from. And you claim black power. What kind of power is that? What power do you have? There is none. Not as long as you stay here. You will gain power like the white man did when he left those that were oppressing him and giving him problems.
Hello, everyone. The wait is over. It's finally here. Season 4 of The Family Business on BET+. Watch it tonight. I will be watching. See you there.
I literally feel naked without my keys. You know, this is better than gold. This is gold. I don't care what nobody say. You can't tell me this is not a platinum diamond chain. Because you know what? I walked right through those doors and I got sober. I've connected with my siblings. I have connected with my children. I have mentally and emotionally connected back with myself, which is very important. Home is everything.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns.
We sell soul food, As a matter of fact, we've been told that Old Henry's is one of the few soul food restaurants in the city of St. Louis, in the state, and in the Midwest. We plan to start our food truck next month.
Okay.
Want that food truck to go all over.
Alrighty then.
So if we get the exposure, and we're already taking orders for events. We just took an order for July 31st. We took an order for July 29th. There's a guy who has a construction company. He owns quite a few of them. And we're going to be going to their sites and serving food, serving lunch. And we got a lot of interesting stuff going on.
All right.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm Angel Snub 7. This is my friend
Ada Taylor.
Ada Taylor. This is Old Henry Restaurant. If you're ever in the St. Louis area, come check them out. We had a good time just celebrating my sister's birthday, and everything was A-OK.
All right. All right. Thank you.
You up. I was born in the 1960s. A few months after I was born, the President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, was assassinated. About 2 years later, I was probably 2 years old, or 3, one of our great leaders, Malcolm X, was assassinated. And then 3 years later, Martin Luther King. I was born during a period of civil rights struggle in America. Black people were standing up for their rights, and for the first time in our history, learning about their blackness on such a national level. All over the country, there was brother and sister talk. There was something called Black Pride. But within Black Pride, there were those who still carried a grave slave mentality. They still considered themselves colored people. They still considered themselves Negro. And the only reason why they didn't like black was because black was made to look as being an inferior. When I was growing up, I was darker than a lot of my family members and classmates. But what hurt so bad was the taunts and the mockery of my being dark, not from strangers, of which were black people, because I didn't really see white people until I got some age on me. It was a long time before I seen Caucasian people. It was black people who was making mockery that I was dark. I was called coal baby, tar baby, black Yankee, anything, black devil. Some of y'all might call me a black devil today. Y'all something else. But, yeah. So, for me, I had to either learn how to love myself as being a dark black man, or attempt to do what I've seen others do, is try to make myself as Caucasian looking as possible. I am so happy that I had relatives in the Nation of Islam who gave me books that taught me how to love my black self. So it never got that far where I had to experiment with trying to find a more Caucasian look or behave like a Caucasian act like a Caucasian. And those who made mockery of me, since I began to learn what my blackness was, I learned how to defend that dark skin. I learned how to defend the big nose and the thick lips. And made those who were also dark, or maybe a lighter skinned black, with big nose, thick lips, and kinky hair. Made them look silly because you're trying to be something that you're not. That's the subject of this video. Whereas I learned that I was a black man that come from a strong people. And I learned how to embrace my darkness. There are those back then and there are those now that hate their darkness. More and more, especially our celebrities, those blacks that can influence our babies. They are wearing their hair more straight. Even if it's a weave, it's to make themselves look more Caucasian. They're putting more of this makeup on their faces to look more Caucasian. They're bleaching their skin. They make sure they get many as possible pictures to get taken with Caucasian people so they can say, look, I got Caucasian friends. When you talk about slavery or anything of the past, they do like this. They don't want to hear you because they don't want to think about and be reminded that they came from a people who were enslaved. I'm done with that. I'm better now. Can't you see how close I am to my master? When I see entertainers like Beyonce and Jay-Z and all those, they are filled with this material wealth and greed. They think the more successful they are, the more material things they get. They think that for some reason these Caucasians are going to accept them as one of their own. But when these blacks get in trouble, who do they call on for help? Who do they call on to cry on their shoulder? Then they come back to their people. We should start to begin to reject people like that. Do you understand? Why should you be ashamed that you are children of slaves? That's true. And before you Caucasians begin to smile and grin and think that your beginnings is so great. Not too long ago, your ancestors came out of a cave, walking on all fours, didn't know how to take a bath. Look it up, your own history. It's not a secret. So don't try to think or believe that you're greater. And that's another thing. Y'all Negroes who trying to be Caucasian. If you want to be part of them, then get on your all fours and declare that the dog is your best friend. Some of y'all already eating raw meat. You're wearing animal fur. You want to be like them. That's where they come from. They just came out of a cave. A little less than or a little more than 6,000 years ago. None of us can brag about our humble beginnings. And all of us came from a sperm and egg. Have y'all seen that sperm and egg? Well, maybe in some porno flicks, some of y'all often to that. That's where you began. So none of us should try to be bragging about, I'm so great and I'm this and that. Look where you come from. Check out any porno movie. Or people in your next door neighbor. Don't do that. Don't people in your next door neighbor when it ain't that. Why are you ashamed black man, why are you shamed, black woman? To be a children from a slave. You think like that's so bad. I embrace it because even though my people were enslaved for over 300 years, it did not break us. We're having problems. We still have a slave mentality. But we made it. We endured that for 300 years. Not 30 days, not 30 years, for 300 years. They put slavery on us. And the only thing we did was duck and jab like a brilliant boxer.
She was more like a beauty queen from a scene. I say no man, but do you mean I am the one? Go and dance on the floor in a round. She says I am the one. Go and dance on the floor in a round. She told me her name was Billie Jean. As she crossed the scene, she said I had her, but as she dreamed being the one. Go and dance on the floor in a round, baby. People always told me, be careful what they do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful with your love. Be careful what you do. When your love become the truth. Hey, I feel it, Jean. That's not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one, but the kid is not my son. She says I am the one who knows, but the kid is not my son. I ain't impressed.
The deacon said, imagine how Michael Jackson felt when he told Joseph, I want out of the Jackson 5. Michael wanted his freedom. Ever since he was a little boy, he was under the yoke of a dictator. It's my way or the highway. Somebody that abused him, beat him, made mockery of him. He was nothing but a slave. Michael Jackson was a slave.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, A Change Is Gonna Come, it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
The Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation. The ability to control your own resources. Your politics. The law. Be able to do your own thing for a chance. Create an economy. Create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want.
I would like to send my respects out to Trayvon Martin's family. And hopefully, in this case, some type of justice will come out of this most tragic situation. I want to take a few minutes to respond to my brother Harvey Superboy, his video. I forgot what the exact title of the video is, but basically he was telling his audience that no one should tell him how to react. How to react to what? How to respond, how to react when you are being attacked. Hey, that's a rap. Like, don't tell me how to react when I'm being attacked. Yo. Now the Bible says, because many of you, you're familiar with Christian teachings. Many of us, we were raised in the Christian church, sanctified Catholic church or whatever, Christianity. We know that it is written in the Bible. It says that there's a time for everything. A time to live and a time to die. Y'all don't like the die part, do you? You don't like that part. Now, of course, there's a time to be awake. There's a time to be asleep. There's a time for peace. And there's a time for war. Now, that's something you don't hear in many churches. They always talk all this love and peace stuff. But the same Bible that they claim they believe in also says an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. It said there's a time for peace, but there's also a time for war. And when you have these forces that come against you, and you did not do anything except speak the truth. And I thought that's what y'all want to hear, is hear the truth. You want to hear what is right. You want to see people behave in a righteous manner. And they are being attacked. So if I'm at peace, then it's time to go to war. And if you are a Muslim and you are being attacked, don't the Quran tell you? Don't it order the Muslim? It says, fight with those who fight with you. Allah will be with you. Be not the aggressor. So if only thing I'm doing is telling the truth, speaking my mind, I'm not bothering you. But here come these idiots that want to attack me. I have the right, according to the Bible, to go to war with those who break my peace. And in the Quran, Allah is with me. Because it says, since I'm not the aggressor, fight with those who fight with you. So don't tell Brother Harvey Superboy to chill out. Be cool. Because he's not the aggressor. He's just a messenger of the truth. Just like I am a messenger of real truth. And truth hurts the wicked. Truth hurts the guilty. I'm guilty of many things. Brother Harvey Superboy is guilty of many things. I'm willing to take my punishment. I'm willing to accept whatever the consequence. But I would accept that and try to make myself better. These demons don't want to be better. They like how they're living because what they're doing is exploiting others. But sometimes you have to fight. You can't allow these demons to spread lies on you. You got to go to war with those who are attacking you, who are the aggressors. I will give you a short example. Many of you know that I was committed to a mental institution for 10 years. Not 1 year, 2, 10 years. And really the main reason why I was there that long was because I was fighting the lies. I did not want these people to paint me and put this lie on me. I would not submit to their lie. They wanted me to embrace their lie and say that I had some type of mental illness and take their fake medication to support their lie. I refused to take their fake medication. I refused to accept their lie. So they decided to try to hold me, incarcerate me the rest of my life. But you know something, when you're standing for the truth, when you're standing for what is right, when you're standing for justice, then I'd rather be incarcerated. I'd rather be dead than live a lie. And some of y'all walk around in fear. You walk around with question marks because you don't know what's going to happen. Because you are cowardly and you submit to the lies and you submit to these unjust laws and unfair treatment in this racist society. So I decided to fight them. And although it took 10 years, when it was all said and done, from their courthouse, not my courthouse, from their courthouse, a judge wrote plain, this man do not need medication. This man is not insane. So you have to fight for what's right. And so even they, by judge's order, admit they are liars. But if I did not fight them, tooth and nail, and I don't have no weapons, see, I understand cowards. I'm not the bravest person in the world. I don't claim to be brave. Nobody wants to lose their life. Nobody wants to get shot. Nobody wants to get stabbed. Nobody wants people calling them names on YouTube and making all these kind of silly videos and death threats and all that. Nobody wants that kind of stuff. But I'm going to speak the truth. I have to. Your main example, Christian people, was Jesus. Your main example was Muhammad. If these are your examples, then why are you running away from the wicked instead of taking them head on? Fight with those who fight with you. You have nothing to lose. The nicer you are, the worse it's going to get. Just like Brother Harvey said. The reason why the black community has nothing, basically has nothing, is because we won't fight for it. We have become content, this generation. See, past generations had no choice. They knew exactly who the enemy was. But you are living in la-la land, some kind of fantasy land. Because many of y'all are dope fiends, sex addicts, drunks. You want to kiss white folks in the booty. You looking for some kind of favor from them. You're a coward, you fear. You don't have the knowledge of yourself. You're not proud of being of your community. There's nothing wrong with the black community. The only thing you have to do is build on it. You don't want to build. You'd rather go help some rich suckers help their community stay strong. Don't want to do nothing for yourself. You're filled with self-hatred. Satisfied with the scraps that they give us or the scraps that our ancestors was able to get from them. Now everything is la-di-da until you have a tragedy like Trayvon Martin. Trayvon was not the first, and Trayvon would not be the last. And the sad thing, since you won't fight for yourself, is going to be your mother, your father, your son, your daughter, your cousin, somebody. You're going to suffer. Why are you going to continue to suffer this? And these people do that because they think they can do anything and say anything they want to black folks. Look, let me tell y'all something. It's good to be a peacemaker. It's good to try to live in peace. I tell you, when I was locked up, I tried to be nice to those doctors. I tried to be nice to the judge and all these folks. Just made things worse. Then after I tried to be nice, they said, are you ready to take your medicine? Are you ready to be a good boy? Are you ready to be a good boy? That's how they view you when you try to be nice. You have to fight for yourself. I'm not saying it's easy. It's scary. But you got to do it for yourself, your family, your community, and our future generations. Somebody got to stand up sometime. I'm a little sissy. Listen to me. I'm a little sissy, a little coward. Run all my life, just running, scared of everything. If I can stand up, you can too. Now, here I am a little sissy, but now I'm a vicious black racist. How is that possible? When I was a little sissy, running from you, letting you kick me in my backside, letting you do anything you wanted to me, I'm all right. But as soon as you stand for yourself and fight, all of a sudden you vicious. You so full of violence. They try to put the abuser always try to swing the situation and put all the blame on the victim. Don't y'all see that? Let us not fall for that trick. And unfortunately, let me tell you, I'm going to bring this to conclusion. Unfortunately, we should use all legal remedy, all type of peaceful means that we can. But when somebody begins to harm us physically, then you got to get with them too. You have to get ready for the physical fight. You can't let these suckers take your life and harm you. No more of that. No more of us watching our people being lynched, murdered, and we sit back and nobody pay a price. That's a bunch of bull. Just like the Bible said, a time for peace and it's a time for war. And in war, people die. I can't help. That's just the bottom line. That's what happens in wars. Blood is shed. But when you show people that you're willing to get them off your back, they'll think twice before messing with you. Just like you'll think twice before messing with a rattlesnake or a skunk or even a cow that got horns, because those horns will rip you up. You'll think twice. They have to think twice, 3 times, 4 times before messing with us. You should be fed up. Otherwise, all these rallies and all this talk about Trayvon Martin is fake and it's hypocritical. That's the bottom line. And you'll be sick tomorrow. That's why I can't really get involved in it, because the people, I know that you'll forget him within the next week. And I'm not like that. I'm here. I'll fight for 10 years if necessary. And you should too.
And all this propaganda that you want us to say, we're gonna take out. Freedom for my mind, freedom for my spirit.
Peace forever and always. This is your brother, Taalik Ibn'rad, and welcome once again to another edition of the Realities Temple on Earth. I am the Angel Snupnup 7, your brother and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. I just wanted to offer my response to this question about the extermination of white people and to clarify my position on this issue or subject matter. I first would like to say, in revolution, according to past history, we have been unable to have revolution or rebellion of the people without bloodshed. So perhaps sometimes this is something that cannot be avoided. But in the meantime, I would hope that we would think a bit more clearer. I would think that we would be more wiser. And in these things, I want to offer us these questions. Exterminate the white people. Kill the white people. That's what I hear. That's what some people send me as an email, that I don't understand that the white man must be exterminated. That will solve the world's problems. Now listen to these points I make before you come up with that conclusion. These must be dealt with before you begin your insane death march to exterminate this Caucasian people. First of all, white is just a color. The color didn't do nothing to us. Caucasian color did not enslave. Caucasian color had nothing to do with any of these evils. It's just the color of a person, a shade of their skin. Either we have pigment in our skin or we don't. The main thing that you must take in consideration here is the mentality that encompass, or that some or a vast majority of Caucasian people have. It's the mentality that has caused or wreaked havoc upon darker people or this planet itself. That's something that you must have to deal with, because in many situations around the earth, there are no Caucasian people. Just like a brother said, in our neighborhoods, there are no Caucasian people in our neighborhoods. But we murder each other as black people. There are no Caucasians, and we steal from one another. There are no Caucasians, but a black man will rape a black woman. Where is the Caucasian involved? It is not skin color. So you can exterminate all the white people, but if that mentality is not destroyed, the only thing you did was set aside a color or a race of a people carrying that type of mentality, but you have still will lose because that mentality is still within us. Now, you want to kill the white people, exterminate the white people. You only want black people involved, but you don't have the support of black people. We are divided. He is over there, she is over there. We have no army. You have no money to support your army. You do not have the support of black people in America or around the world. You have no allies. There is no African nation that's going to back you up. There is no foreign nation that's going to back you up in your attempt. You have not the proper armaments, the proper tanks, the proper bombs, the proper tools needed in order to carry out this plan of extermination. And what is so sad, many of you who claim that you want to exterminate black people and you call people cowards. I don't see any videos. This is your attitude. But I don't see any videos praising the young Nigerian young black man that attempted to blow up the airplane. None of you, even though that's what you said, that you want to commit or exterminate the white people. Here's a young black man that was going to take down a whole plane of them. You don't praise him, you don't honor him, because you talk about somebody being a coward, but you won't say that outright. You might say it in your mind because you don't want that type of attention, brought to you because really you're a coward yourself. Anybody can say anything. That young Nigerian might not have only said it, but he took action upon it. You really don't want no part of this. Then you are insane in your thinking. The only thing that's going to happen is that the black people that you claim that you want to free, those of us who are part of law enforcement, those of us who are in the military, will come and hunt you down when you begin your activity of so-called exterminating white people. You will be called a domestic terrorist, and you will be hunted down and you will be killed. Then you will either be taken to the morgue, or you will be given life without parole, or you will sit on death row for years. And you will not be seen as a hero. You will be seen as an insane criminal running around killing white people. You know why you will be seen not as a hero? Because in this world, you don't want to admit, but there are Caucasian people, there are white people who had nothing to do with slavery, that do not practice discrimination or evil against darker people. But you in your rage, you want to be just like them, because they don't give a damn what black man they killed or oppressed. They were just running around lynching a black man for the hell of it. And that's your mentality. So you won't be seen as a hero, because you will be seen as the killer of innocence. Like I said, whether you like it or not, there are Caucasian people, there are white people, and you show me any proof that they had anything to do with the oppression of black people. There is a minority that have always stood against slavery, that have always stood against segregation and the oppression of black people in America. And you just went around and exterminate the white people, just like they decided to oppress all of us. So your attitude is no better than theirs. Then, let's say, for instance, if you do, for some reason, exterminate the white people, then what are you going to do? What type of world do you plan on building? What do you want to do? Turn everybody into Muslims? Do you want to turn everybody into Egyptians? Do you want to turn everybody into Moors? What is your plan for the human family? What do you plan for Asian people? What do you plan for the Native Americans? You want to exterminate the white people. You say that they are the main problems. But then when the white people are exterminated, you will continue to have problems, because the mentality that really is the root of it, that is the problem, is still there. Just the fact that you want to exterminate white people shows that you are no better than they are. You still have the same mentality. Instead of it being white superiority, now you want to make it black, and you want to blame all the white people for your problems, just like they blame us for all their problems. And we become no better than them. We should be wiser, we should be smarter, we should be wanting to create a world that is different than them. Because their world is crumbling, and those who like them, prior to them, that thought like that, they no longer exist. And if you want to exterminate the white people and create a world with this type of mentality, then we also will continue the same legacy, and we won't exist. I suggest that we be smarter. I suggest that we be wiser. And in this idea, this way of thinking, we should set aside and go on. If we want to exterminate white people, exterminate them in that mentality, and decide to create a world that is different than what they've done, then when you destroy that mentality, you will exterminate the white people. This is your brother. Jot down your comments. This was and is the Reality's Temple on Earth.
Love is what I want. I wanna feel your body holding me tight, 'cause I need some more than tenderness to share what in the holding.
I've been so down and under pressure. I'm way too fine to be distressed, yeah. I'm not the girl I was or used to be. Bitch, I might be better. Turn up the music, turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright, okay, alright. It's about damn time. Turn up the music, let's celebrate. I got a feeling I'm gonna be okay, alright. It's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fabulous. Cause I give a fuck way too much. I'ma need like 2 shots in my cup. Wanna get up, wanna get down. I've been so down and under pressure. I'm way too fine to be distressed, yeah. I'm not the girl I was or used to be. Bitch, I might be better. Turn up the music, turn down the lights. I got a feeling.
Brother Neely Fuller. My pronunciation is probably all messed up, but it's the compensatory code dealing with white supremacy. And I would advise y'all to pick up that book, Neely Fuller's, hold on, I can grab it real quick. There we go. Can you see that? The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept by Neely Fuller Jr. Neely Fuller Jr. I'm just really starting to read this book. It was sent to me by one of my wonderful friends and subscribers. Want to send a shout out to Sister Brenda Kearney. Got the book. Thank you, sister. I really appreciate it. So from time to time, as I explore this book, I want to share some of the valuable information. Some of you probably are familiar with Brother Neely Fuller Jr., but I'm going to give it a reality's temple spin. And even before this morning, I was reading the book. Before I even got deep into what the brother was saying, he said something or wrote something that made me just stop. And what he wrote or what he said in the book is that the white races, these Caucasian people, now get this, they are the smartest people in the known universe. Uh-oh. I know some of y'all not going to agree with that at all. So you're going to take it's upside down. You're going to take our brother's book and throw it to the side, because in your mind, how dare he say that the white man is the smart. The brother did not say just in the United States. He did not say that the white man was the smartest in Africa or Asia or the planet Earth. Brother Neely Fuller said that the white man, the racist Caucasian people, are the smartest human beings in the known universe. Woo! Brother Neely, you had me going for a second. But then you have to think about what the brother is saying. Now, this is not to say, and brother's not telling us that he agrees that we are inferior, because we are not, and far from being an inferior. But I had to look at it this way. And it really is very simple. And you might not like it or not, but it's very simple. Because the first question that arises for those who want to debate and say, aha, that ain't no white people, no smart as nothing. They in the universe. I want to ask you something very, very simple. Who is controlling and who is ruling who? Are you ruling him, or is he ruling you? It's quite that simple. And how long has he done this to you? For a very long time. Could he do this if he was dumb? If he was ignorant? He had to be pretty dang smart in order to control not only the descendants of slaves in America, but he actually is in control of the entire earth. And he is the only people on this planet that we know of that is anywhere close to going out into the universe. The brother said he is the smartest people in the known. He did not say the unknown, the known universe. And in other words, as far as we are concerned, he's the smartest. Until you prove and we prove that we are smarter, and we have no evidence that we are smarter. You want to talk about technology and talk about Egypt, and you want to talk about some past stuff. Don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing at all. Because the reality of it is you are under his control. He runs this entire planet directly or indirectly. You cannot do that without being smart. The white racist people are so smart, they even change time. Because we know that human beings or civilizations have recorded time longer than 2012. But on our watches, on our calendars, whose time are we under? Are you under your time? Are we under Egyptian time? Kemetic time? Or are we under the rule of smart people who change time to make it to what they want based on their fictional character they created, Jesus Christ. So now it is the year 2012. And because his time is unnatural and out of balance, they have to create a leap year. Because they leaped over real time. So they got to try to make up for what they brought out of balance. But the brother is correct. They are the smartest people in the known universe. And they have not been challenged. And this is what makes them even more smart, is that they have been able to take white supremacy, white racism, and they made it so it can transform and evolve into different, into something that looks different but the same. That's why y'all say black power, family. Black this, black that. Nothing but white supremacy with black coloration. That's all that it is. And even if the white race disappeared tomorrow, the same thing, the same mentality will still be here. And then you and I, with dark skin, who now practice black supremacy, we will become the smartest people in the known universe. But smart, and this is what the brother said, but smart don't make you wise. Because with all their accomplishments, all their power and influence, instead of, if they were wise, they would be a just people. And if the racist white people of the known universe, if they were a just, honorable people, then we would not, there would be no need for black power, family, because everybody would be treated with justice. But we have been mistreated, we have been exploited, we've been used, we've been murdered, we've been raped and robbed due to racial division. And black, those who are dark-skinned from this continent they call Africa, have been placed on the bottom. And the lighter you are as you travel up the ladder of white supremacy, the better you are off in this world built on injustice, built on favoritism towards a certain way a group of people look. Just because you are smart, and that's all that happens to you when you go to college, is you become smart. But smart don't make you wise. Because you built a world based on injustice, look at all the problems you have. You cannot even enjoy the things you stole, the things you exploited. The forefathers of this nation knew a long time ago, if they enslaved the Africans, they enslaved these dark people, they knew they was the slaves sooner or later was going to be a problem. But they did not care. Let the future generations deal with it. We want the good life. We want to be served. We want to be pampered. You are smart, but they have the mentality of a child. Being a genius does not, having a high IQ does not make you wise. Look what a high IQ have done to this planet. There is no peace for no animal, no bird, no human being, nowhere ruled by those with a high IQ, because they have a high IQ to cause trouble. And they use their talents for exploitation to bring injustice. So when a white man or white woman brag talking about we so smart, high IQ, yeah, that's true. But they are not wise. They are very foolish. And like in the black community, there's an old saying, a hard head makes a soft ass, because most times we know we messing up. These white people, the ancestors of these white people knew they was messing up. But unfortunately for the children of these racist Caucasians, and some of them know, many of them don't know. They don't know why they are suffering the consequences. Because your ancestors were smart. They were technological. They did build something great. But it was wickedly great. It was evil. It's horrible and a detriment to the life of human beings, to the life of this planet and everything they ever touched. So let us talk about this. The brother seems right on time. I'm going to continue to read this book by Brother Neely Fuller.
Women's History Month, we've been talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And this morning, we are focusing on
every Friday during Women's History Month. All month long, we've been celebrating Women's History Month by talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And
why do y'all want the drug? You want the drug because smoking cigarettes make you feel good. Drinking beer make you feel good. Crack cocaine make you feel good. Meth make you feel good. The drugs give you pleasure. The drugs make you feel good. That's why they do it. The people suffer from low self-esteem. The people living in horrible conditions. Light bill, gas bill, rent. I'm not making enough money. All these children. Give me some beer. Give me some alcohol. Give me some liquor. Give me some weed. I gotta get away from this too much going on. 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 Much going on.
I am sure that at one time or another, perhaps in the last few minutes, as human beings and on a personal, individual level, we have suffered hurt and pain. And when we are hurt, when we feel pain, when we are sad, we feel sorrow, when we are grief-stricken, when we feel or become depressed, it is a very agonizing feeling. And out of that depression, out of that sorrow, out of the sadness, out of that hurt and pain can come great anger. And that anger is usually directed toward those or he, she that caused us to hurt. Many of us attempt to, in our right state of mind, we try to direct our hurt, the anger derived from that hurt and pain, towards that which caused the hurt and pain. Some of us, when we hurt, we take it out on those who love us, such as the case in scriptures with the one called Jesus Christ. Much hurt and pain was taken out on those whom were trying to relieve that hurt and pain. Now, I want to make something very, very clear. When you are angry, when you are upset due to hurt and pain, it is very difficult to forgive that which caused that hurt, because you hurt. Y'all know how it is to feel hurt. Even a little baby child can try to describe that they have been hurt. They suffered pain. And it is difficult to forgive those who hurt us. But if one shows sincere, the key is sincere remorse, sincere, and offer sincere apology, and really show by their actions, not their talk, but if you can show by your actions that I did not mean to cause you hurt and pain, then we should, even though it hurts, and maybe after a little time goes by, we should have the ability to give that person a second chance, show forgiveness and compassion for a person who you can see in their heart is hurting just like you, because they really did not want to see you suffer from this hurt and pain. So in that case, I will support and I can advocate forgiveness and showing compassion and a second chance to those who, although they did something to cause great pain, sorrow, they truly wish that they did not do this and want what is better, and they want to try to do better in life. Although they can't go back into the past and correct that hurt and pain, maybe they can do something for the future. But sadly, in this United States of America, You have a nation of people. And we want to talk about our living in this Caucasian racist society. Those of you who are the descendants of slaves in America. You're living with a people who don't have true remorse, have not offered sincere apology. But they walk around here and act like this nation done nothing to nobody. This is not about individuals. There are certain individuals that have done certain things. But I'm speaking about a nation, the United States of America, controlled by white people. The media is controlled by white people, the education system, economics, entertainment. This nation that has grown wealthy through the blood, sweat, and tears of the ancestors of those of whom are the descendants of slaves born in America. These are wealthy. Well, I'm white and I'm poor. Then you need to speak to your white brothers and sisters who are in power that did not share the wealth with you, that use you to inflict pain and sorrow and hurt upon the descendants of slaves and their ancestors. You have been tricked, deceived, and made a fool out of if you participate in a nation that got wealthy off the exploitation of dark people, and you don't get nothing, but they use you to oppress and exploit. So your business is with them, not me. The hypocrites, and this is what really upsets me. If you don't like black folks, if you don't want to give us justice and equality, don't be playing these old games. But they want to play games with us because they think that we're silly and stupid. But little by little, those who are descendants of slaves are waking up out of this illusion of diversity, this illusion of one day everything gonna be fine. How many days is gonna take? We've been here for 400 years. How many days is gonna take? Usually those who accept this silly opinion are cowards, not willing to face the enemy head on and get what's due to them, or move on and roll out. This Caucasian people want us to forgive and forget, but they don't forgive and forget. Now, according to my own research, and I'm not really that much of a history buff, I've seen nowhere where white folks forgive and forget. They did not forgive Osama bin Laden. They don't forgive Saddam Hussein or Muammar Gaddafi or any of these people they call their enemies. They latch on like a bulldog or a pit bull and don't let go. But then when it comes to black people, they come to us, forgive and forget, move on. But they have never done it. You have Caucasian people right now that did not live during the Civil War, upset because the South lost. I've heard it with my own ears. I've heard white people talk about they lost to America in the Revolutionary War. That's something I can't forgive. If America was not a hypocrite and a liar and a deceiver, then they would go to Japan, of whom they had a war with, of which they really started the war with Japan. Again, more lies and deceit. But after all these years, if they really were people that lived up to this lie they tell us to forgive and forget, then they will go to Japan and tell Japan, after all these years, tear up the peace treaty so you can have an army, so you can protect yourself and build your army up. But see, they have not forgotten. They have not forgave. This was during wartime. That was a long, long time ago. Ain't that what you always telling black folks? That was a long, long time ago. But when it comes to you, there's a double standard. For black folks, it's a long, long time ago. But for you, it's 2012. No matter what the situation is. Anybody, show me any place where white folks forgive anybody for anything. I don't see it. But when it comes to you and me, the descendants of slaves, oh, forgive and forget. For there, it is a difficult thing to forgive and forget. Now, for the winner in this situation, the racist white people of America are the winners. So, of course, it'll be easy for them to say, oh, forgive and forget, because they got it all. They made all the money off free slave labor. The slave children don't get nothing. Look how just they are. They don't give the descendants of slaves nothing except talk. And the loser or the victims who suffer the injuries, it is difficult to just forget when you suffer great harm. And this black community, this African American community, we are still suffering from the after effects of slavery and modern mistreatment and the injustices and discrimination that we continue to face in this white racist society. So how can we forgive and forget when there's constant things in this society that we still have to deal with? And you, liar, you have shown no true remorse, offered no true apology. You only talk, but your actions show that you are a hypocrite and a liar, because you have not forgive and you damn sure have not forgotten. Because if that's the case, then you still teach your history in school. Why haven't you forgotten it? And that history of slavery is what caused all this. Your ancestors were racist, and you do not want to forget them at all. But you want us to forgive and forget. But we never knew our ancestors to forget them. What I don't like about America is the hypocrisy, and we should stop. And we should stop accepting this crap and embracing it.
Greetings, I'm Tangelica Cox. I had the pleasure of speaking with Taalik, Ibn'rad, and he has a movement / ministry by the name of the Reality Temple on Earth, and I had the pleasure of speaking with him for several hours today, and I think it's only fair that I do a reaction video to the conversation. And the conversation was on various topics, which was basically centered around African quote-unquote consciousness and He was a real deep brother, very down to earth, very approachable. He didn't carry himself like a know-it-all. Someone you could talk to and really listen to you. It was such an honor to finally meet somebody over the internet that has a ear to listen, and not only an ear to listen, but will take full action on what they stand for. And I appreciated having that conversation with you, and I do look forward to working with you.
Whoa, don't slip up or get cut.
Why not, man?
I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Alright.
Rappers swearing they own tough. But I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Alright, man.
Scheme, plot.
Say what?
I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Hey,
Keep it going, it won't stop.
what you doing, man?
I'm coming for that #1 spot.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. When you get a chance, look up Soul Liberation Day, December 7th. Oh, that's right around the corner. The transformation. Bless up. Bless up. Thank you for that. Let's see. Taalik says, can you send a shout out to my platform, the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry? Our theme this year is After Purge Comes the Healing. Shout out to your platform, Taalik. All the best to you guys with continuing to stretch in perspective, to stretch in what is possible, and to continue to bring healing into the space of yourself and others. Yes.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Next month, many people will celebrate the anniversary of the birth of the Honorable El Hajj Malik Shabazz, otherwise known, we know him as Brother Malcolm X. I was invited to participate in a ceremony in New York. Probably one of the biggest celebrations, because that's where Brother Malcolm, may he rest in peace,
That's where, of course, he was laid to rest. And I declined. With all due respect, I declined. I would not like to go and participate in this event, because how long have y'all been doing this? I don't worship dead people. Malcolm is gone. So only thing you're doing is a ritual, symbolism, pretending that you're doing something. So what is the benefit? People spending their money, their time to go visit a grave because Malcolm is not here. Malcolm is not here. Dr. King is not here. I don't want to go to Washington, D.C. and look at this big ass rock they done carved with an image of Dr. King. I don't want to do that either. They're not here. I don't worship dead people. The best thing that we can do for Dr. King and Malcolm and Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner is to become a better people. That's what we can do. And build upon and bring into reality the things that they were talking about. If you don't do that, putting a rock in Washington, D.C. that look like Dr. King, that don't mean nothing. Going to Malcolm's grave, and we can't tell Malcolm, well, if Malcolm was still alive, if he could still talk from the grave, and he said, well, what are y'all doing? If Dr. King could talk from the grave and said, well, y'all come here to visit my grave, what have you come, what have you done? Well, Dr. King, well, we spent $10 million on this rock with your picture. Dr. King, what? They could have took that $10 million and built apartments so people could live more cheap. Our people could live more cheap. You want to give respect and honor to Malcolm. Just recently, it was reported that there's a warrant for the arrest of Vladimir Putin in Russia, right? Crimes against humanity because of some allegations in relation to the war in Ukraine. Why can't we, in 2023, why can't we file a complaint with this international court in The Hague? If you can charge Vladimir Putin with crimes against humanity, then we grieve and we want to draw a complaint and we want America charged with crimes against humanity since we've been here in this country and it continues to this day. Crimes against this nation, not just an individual, against this entire damn country, the federal government. If you want to do something for Malcolm, and you said that we waiting on Malcolm. We always waiting for a savior, some kind of messiah. Malcolm gonna do. Well, Malcolm can't do. He was shot down. He was murdered. You are alive. Take your happy ass to the United Nations. Take your happy ass to the Hague. It's not too late because there's no limitation on murder.
If Adolf Hitler was still alive, he was charged with crimes against humanity, war crimes. To my knowledge, there's no statute of limitations for murder, crimes against humanity, no country. There's no statute of limitation. But it's much easier for you to go to Malcolm's grave, sing some songs, I guess. I don't know what the hell they do there. Malcolm was a wonderful man. Malcolm can't hear nothing that you say. Malcolm can't hear your praise. Dr. King can't hear your praise. Not to our knowledge. So the only thing we're doing is putting on a show for ourselves. Pretending like we're doing something. There's no benefit to go to Malcolm's grave. I might do so because I have relatives in the area. I might do so, go and visit his resting place. But I celebrate Malcolm every day. I celebrate Malcolm, Dr. King, and all our people every damn day. And the best honor that I know I can give them is to become a better people and be successful and strong and show them that their death, their suffering, and their sacrifice didn't go in vain. What a gift to Dr. King. What a gift to Harriet Tubman. What a gift to Medgar Evers. What a gift to Malcolm. What a gift to our people if they knew we took control of a state. And then that state turned into states. And one day, when we're dead and gone, it becomes a nation. That's the best honor. That's the best gift. That's the best present that we can give our folks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving.
Tomorrow touching and the holding.
We are in a process of healing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah.
Fucked up too is when you talk proudly about black women, everyone gets upset. Everyone gets mad. Because the hatred of black people is so ingrained that if I go, black women are amazing. Well, you're being racist. What the fuck? Does that even make any sense? That doesn't even make any sense. Black women are the shit. They age the best. They got the best bodies. You motherfuckers age early. Fuck you. You feel me? And you copy everything from black women. You dance like them. You talk like them. You ever see other races when girls want to get an attitude? They do this shit. They go, I see Asian girls doing this. I see Latin girls. It's black women shit. Right? Yeah. You get everything from black women. Even gay white men steal shit from black women. Girl, honey. The fuck out of here. Black women are the trend.
So I'm not your enemy.
I wanna talk to
I know who the enemy is.
I wanna talk.
You wasting your time making mockery of me. Oh, I'm crazy. My brain is damaged. My EnVogue poster. I'm miserable in my life. All this nonsense that you talk about. And you a slave, just like me, in a racist nation.
I believe that with you by my side, together we can touch the sky.
To this subject, as I always watch the devil's media, and those who are in charge, those who control the media, as far as I'm concerned, are devils and demons. You know why I say that? Because they are biased and they are prejudiced against the needs and the wants and the best interests of black people in the United States as well as around the world. They use their media to paint us in horrid manners, never in the best of light. And they deny us true media coverage. They always showing us as pimps, as murderers and robbers. They don't never want to show us when we accomplish things and in good lights. They want to show, for example, CNN. They have something, a series called The State of Black America. And they show all us black Americans. But if you notice, there's no representation from the Black Power movement. Why is that? And you want to call me, you talking hate. You saying that the people that control the media are haters. Well, then you tell me if what I'm saying is not true. In CNN series, The State of Black America, and all the different facets of black Americans are supposed to be presented, then why you don't see nobody that represents black power, black liberation, the black revolution? None of us. Not one. You chose Negroes. You chose dark Europeans that can paint America
and you know it. It's 60 to 70 million black people in this country. You can't tell me they all satisfied. Because if they were satisfied, then you could not have a black power movement. You wouldn't have to have a civil rights bill. And you wouldn't have to have affirmative action and all this other craziness, these other crumbs and scraps from your table that you give black folks. Y'all some fake-ass Caucasian people. And speaking of fake-ass Caucasian people, you have Tony Blair, who made this statement talking about Iraq is better without Saddam Hussein. That's your damn opinion. If the Iraqis really wanted to get rid of Saddam Hussein, they could have done it. So apparently, they didn't mind him being in control. That's your opinion. And that's the thing about y'all Caucasian folks. And this is a message to the white folks out there. Y'all goody two-shoe ass people. You only give a damn about yourself. Some of y'all got the nerve to come to me and talk about I should be satisfied because of affirmative action and some of these other. That's you. You satisfied. I'm not satisfied. What don't hurt you probably hurt me. You can't walk in my shoes. How you gonna tell me I shouldn't be hurting? But that's y'all problem. You always want to control somebody. Tell somebody how to think. I'm not your damn slave. We are not your slaves no more. Get that in your damn ragged ass head. I'm not your slave, son. I'm not your slave anymore, dopey. Get the hell out of here. This idiot told me we should think about all people suffering. I don't have nothing to do with all people suffering. Just like if you got hit with a baseball bat, what they got to do with me? I can't feel that. That's between you and the person that hit you with the baseball bat. If you don't want to address your suffering, your oppression, that's your business. Don't tell me if I get hit with a baseball bat, then I'm going to take the person that hit me with a baseball bat to court. In fact, I'm going to pick up a rock and bust that damn person that hit me with a baseball bat upside their damn head. If you want to sit around and let the person hit you with a baseball bat and get away with it, that's your business. Don't come and tell me, talk about what you done. That's your business. My ancestors had no voice. They could not stand. And my ancestors include those born in the 1950s, those who did work in the 1960s, 70s. They are my ancestors. We are a people. Those who sit in jail right now, innocent of their crimes, but because of this racist judicial system, then when they get out, and then when they get out, and you knew they was innocent when you put them in your racist ass system, prejudice system, you don't even offer apology. In most states, you can't even sue and get any kind of compensation. Get the hell out of here. You always want people to bow down to what you think is best. Who the hell are you? What you think is best? If what you think is best, how come you in Afghanistan fighting and dying? How come you in Iraq fighting and dying if what you know how to do is best? How come you in conflict with Iran and North Korea and other places that you don't tell us about if what you do is best? You are a warmonger and you are a hater. Everything you want to try to police the world, you want everybody to be like America. Here we are having an earthquake in Haiti. It's about Haitians, it's about this country, it's about human beings being hurt. The first chance they get, how many Americans died. I don't give a damn about how many Americans died. Only thing I see is human beings, but they got a point, make a difference. Oh, see, that's how many Haitians died. and out of them, these are the Americans. So what you're saying is American life is more special than Haitian life or black Haitian? Which you should be happy with black Haitians because they worship your damn white-ass Jesus. And they called out for Jesus, that white Jesus. And you see what happened to him. And still happening to him. That damn Caucasian Jesus ain't done nothing for him ever since. That's one of the reasons why I started not to donate to Haitians. Let your God take care of you. Since you got so much faith in God, and God can do this, and blah, 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 then let your God take care of you. And if you wait on your God to take care of you, the whole island will be dead. There's no doubt about that. Y'all silly and need to stop and get your mentality out of that fictional mindset. It's all about what Caucasian, what you believe is right. Who make you the keeper of righteousness? Matter of fact, what's right about you? You are an enslaver. You are a liar and you're a deceiver. And you don't want to hear black voices to remind you because you want to live this illusion like you so angelic. And you ain't nothing but a murderer, a liar, and a cheat. You want to claim about how smart you are. Who caused this financial economic crisis that you're in? Black people? No. Caucasian Jews and Caucasian themselves. Y'all done it.
Hello, YouTube. This is Tangelica the Black Sheep. I am welcoming you to join me on my new YouTube page where I'll be discussing motivational
What's up, you guys? My name is Josiah, and I'm the son of the creator of this YouTube account, Tangelica, my mom. So I just wanted to tell y'all to go to YouTube and type in Tangelica story. So it's like a 6-minute video, it's not too long. But just type in Tangelica story. So that's TANJALIKA story, and this should be a picture of me in a gray shirt that comes up, and it's basically a story of me and my mom, like talking about our homelessness and stuff, and like our whole, like everything that went on, like in our life and all. So go check that out. I highly recommend it. So.
Hello, YouTube. This is Tangelica the Black Sheep.
Where my crazy nieces at? Oh, there go one of them. They're going. We had a nice day. Angel Snow 7 in the house with the nieces of reality. Say hi to my audience real quick. Now they done got all big since the last time y'all seen them.
Hey.
This is Sister J. And this is Sister, what was your Sister D? That's Sister D, Sister J. We had a nice time today.
DJ.
DJ.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, we went out there.
Ain't nobody even watching.
Took them.
He might up out there later.
Yeah, it just came on. We went out there, gave them a few driver lessons, set them up so they can get their driver's license.
Oh, I was the best.
And
I got a bird.
see, look, it said nieces of reality. See,
Is that
they know who you are.
Is that Among Us characters?
Huh?
What are those?
Train. Soul Train. We represent the Soul Train. Anyway, say hi to the audience real quick, y'all.
Hi.
This is Sister D.
Hey, y'all.
Sister D, she's big now.
Ooh, she ugly too.
Sister J,
Hey.
they big. Doing our thing. Hope y'all have a nice night. We'll check y'all out on the flip. Peace.
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 So embarrassing. Why you take so long to end it? End it. I can't end it.
All right.
In the name of my ancestors,
Peace forever and always.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me.
Your living room, as long as it's around your home. Send love to Brother Tyler, but after all is said and done, truth is, and go to Louisiana, you're the one. We're here, I can't tell a man not to defend himself. Not at this late stage. Can't tell a man he ain't got no right to nowhere. Not in this day and age. The song may not touch a whole lot of people, persuaded by the truth. But take a look at what's going on, people.
And as always in parting, we wish you.
Come on and jam with us next week on these same stations, and you can bet your last money it's all going to be a Stone Gas, honey. I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love, peace, and so.